welcome back. This will be another session of Airgun assassination. We've got some squirrel and raccoon action. We got blessed with the presence of two owls on cleanup crew. Let's roll. Yeah, here's a good head punch right here. And notice the peanut's still in the mouth. At least it's got its priorities straight. Be greedy. Yeah, 177 hole through both sides of the head and leaking out. Wow, I love that toe dangle. Well, since they're in season, I figured it was time to thin out a few coons. They come in groups sometimes. I've been really looking for this big male that has a broken and twisted up leg and thrashed out tail. He'd look like a nice prize, but this is the first one I took. Now, this one went maybe about 10 yards, and I catch it on the thermal here. It definitely went down. There it is, dirt napping over there. I didn't record too much with this new little thermal monocular I got from ATN. I haven't passed a whole lot of judgment on it other than it really helps me identify targets and when I've got something down. Now let's pivot back to some squirrel action. This one come in this morning. It's new to the area. It's never been here before because if they're trained, they go straight to the feeder. And this one went straight on the ground and was there for about 10-15 minutes. I had to bust out my Primo's trigger sticks and shoot from a higher position than I normally do in order to get this fucker down. And the cool part is if you wait for it, the two owls come in and kind of have a little minor battle over who gets this one for dinner, or breakfast I should say actually. It's cool. Alright, from the elevated position here, sorry for the off center and all that. And there's something weird about this squirrel that has those two white spots on its ears. I don't know if they're ticks or what they are. Weird. Little knock knock to the back of the head. Alright, this little breakdance session here has got the attention of the owls, which I didn't even know, they're sneaky, that they were sitting in the tree nearby. And I only thought there was one for quite a while. Alright, you can see it swooped in above the feeder on the branch there. It's looking around, looking down. And this owl kept looking around for quite some time. I thought it was maybe looking for some sort of predator that might attack it when it's on the ground, exposed. But it looks like perhaps what it was most interested in was getting to the food before its brother or sister did. This is kind of neat, though. I think it's cool to watch him try to rip that thing open with its beak. And I'm glad that these pellets go straight through the head of these squirrels or through the bodies because I don't want these owls to get poisoned. I really like the owls. They kind of keep me up sometimes in the evening at night, but for the most part, they're harmless and they're entertaining. Yeah, here comes the second one. It definitely looks a lot hungrier. After watching these two mess around with this, I've actually edited quite a bit of this out. They were there for about 15 minutes. But after watching these two mess around with this squirrel, I think they were having some. It didn't dawn on me till later, but I think they were obviously having quite a bit of trouble lifting this thing off the ground and flying away with it. So I don't know what their strategy was in their mind, bird brain, but eventually they were able to lift off with it. But yeah, I think a smaller squirrel or a juvenile would have been much easier for them to fly away with. So as you can see, he kind of hopped over there behind the feeder and then behind the tree. He's kind of pecking on it a little bit and was probably trying to figure out. He tried to get up above on top of the feeder once. I didn't capture that on video. And here from a different angle, you can see them kind of make their exit to the right. I'm sorry for the low quality video footage, but it's the best I got. We're going to finish this off with another raccoon down. Uh, they kind of stirring around quite a bit at night, and it took a while before I got a shot that I thought was good. I'm using my FX Wildcat MK3 in 25 cal, and I'm shooting I think I'm shooting I don't know exact weight, but they're NSA Slugs, and I think they're about 26 grains or so. I'm shooting those approximately 960 feet per second, so it's got some really good energy, and it goes right through the skulls of these things, or back into the body, from the eye to the brown eye, so to speak. And so I'm waiting for, kind of the perfect shot here, but what I end up taking is just kind of punching through those leaves there, and that's nothing at this range. I'm like 15 yards from this. It doesn't really have any effect on accuracy or much effect on energy that'll matter at this range. Oh, that's got to be a bad headache. And I think the bear has been picking up these carcasses because I thermal them at night to make sure they're down, and I walk out in the morning and there's like a body or two missing sometimes. So bears in the neighborhood. All right, have a good one, guys.